I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Walz.
Okay, you would think I just played a clip from some sort of Friars roast or the roast on Comedy Central. No, this is the Al Smith dinner. This is a white-collar charity for Catholic charities to raise funds to feed the poor or help the needy. Donald Trump essentially turned it into a roast to slam the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris, and I also have some clips from Kamala Harris in which she did not attend and still got roasted for that. So I'm going to play some clips for you. A lot of this is a little shocking, and a lot of it is pretty funny, so go ahead, sit down, and enjoy.
Well, I'd better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas. There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White Dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White Dudes for Harris? Doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. A major issue in this race is child care, and Kamala has put forward a concept of a plan. A lot of people don't like it. The only piece of advice I would have for her in the event that she wins would be not to let her husband Doug anywhere near the nannies. Just keep him away. That's a nasty one. Chuck Schumer is here looking very glum. Doesn't he look glum? He looks glum. But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become. If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president.
Okay, so for whatever reason, Kamala took all the time in the world to create a super cringy sketch. I will play you some of it, and I swear I'm not trying to decimate her or make her look terrible. It's just that the sketch is really cringy and I don't want to waste your time. I will play you some bits of it so you get the point, and then I'll give you some other bits of the end of her statement. And then she actually gets roasted for the fact that she did not show up to this charity event.
Your Eminence and distinguished guests, the Al Smith dinner provides a rare opportunity to set aside partisanship.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Elliott. Mary Catherine Elliott. It's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now I'm trying to record my speech for tonight's dinner.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I symbol them like that.
Tremendous charitable work of the Catholic Church. The Church cares for the sick and feeds the hungry, supports families with housing and education, and in times of disaster, provides not only essential supplies, but also, and so importantly, a sense of hope. The Gospel of Luke tells us that faith has the power to shine a light on those living in darkness.
Okay, I'm not trying to insert my opinions too much because we have another clip that absolutely destroys Kamala and the fact she didn't show up to the event. All I'm saying is the Catholics are one of the largest institutes in America that are super, super anti-abortion. And with Kamala being so okay with abortion, I'm actually a little surprised, or not surprised, that she didn't show up to the event and had to face the facts of what she agrees with. Now anyway, let's play this next clip that again calls out Kamala for not even showing up to the event.
Referred to as the Catholic Met Gala. 22% of Americans identify as Catholic. Catholics will be a key demographic in every battleground state. I'm sorry, why is Vice President Harris not here? I mean, consider this. This is a room full of Catholics and Jews in New York City. This is a layup for the Democratic nominee. I mean, in her defense, she did find time to appear on The View, Howard Stern, Colbert, and the longtime staple of campaigning, the Call Her Daddy podcast. This event, the Democrats have been telling us Trump's re-election is a threat to democracy. In fact, they were so concerned of this threat, they staged a coup, ousted their democratically elected incumbent, and installed Kamala Harris. In other words, all her dreams have come true. Really? It really makes you consider the power of prayer, right, Cardinal? Sometimes prayers take 3.5 years and a George Clooney op-ed.
Okay, so takeaways from the event. Number one, actually, a lot of people who do support Kamala were giving her a lot of praise. They seemed to like the bit, but then they ignored the fact that, like, she took all the time to create that bit. And, you know, she took time to go on all these podcasts, but didn't show up to the one event that will 100% help those in need and charity. This is a long time standing tradition for people to show up to this event with a lot of influence, to include presidents, politicians, etc. And, okay, if I'm going to be honest with you, probably she didn't want to be there with Donald Trump there. That may have created a lot of friction. Maybe she didn't want to take away from the event. But, of course, she got called out for it on the other side, on the conservative Republican side. Donald Trump absolutely went in on her. Donald Trump went in on the entire situation. And again, I think overall, I think we do need some humor in this country right now, considering all of the drama that's going on overseas, internally, all the friction to begin with. So let me know what you guys think of this event. Again, I think Donald Trump could have a career in comedy, in roast comedy, after his presidential campaign, whether he wins or not. And I think, again, this was a very bad look for Kamala Harris to not show up and to do that whole entire comedy bit. I didn't think it was that funny. I'm not the biggest fan of sketch comedy. But again, let me know what your guys' opinions are down below.